Okay, this is Eric. I'm doing another tile reset, tile relay, reusing the same tiles. What else shall I call it? Anyway, I remove all the existing felt, and well, this is a truck home. It was built in the 1940s, 50s, and it had only one layer of felt. And the owner has been repairing it through the years, and he got to the point where he had a bunch of leaks and he didn't want to repair it no more. So now he wants to reset his tile. The tile looks dirty and everything, but still in a good condition, so you can reuse it. This is a standard concrete tile. It's called life tile. Life tile. It's standard red. What I'm doing here, these guys they put like a little 2x2 in the front of the fascia. Well, it has no fascia, but it has corbels. Eventually, this guy, he's gonna cut him off like this, cut him, and then he's gonna cut the corbels, bite it to this piece of metal, and then he's gonna put new fascia. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but he's gonna do it. Anyway, my job is to relay the tile, to reset the tile, to reinstall the tiles in the same exact place. As you see, before I remove them, I put a mark on them. See, this one belongs to that side. That's number 1. This is number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and so on. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't do that, and those cuts belong to this side of the hip. Okay. So I remove the hip board. I remove the felt. I remove all the nails. I left the clean plywood, and now I'm over to start over a clean new plywood. Replace some starter boards on top of that area, and replace some damaged plywood on the top. I'm gonna install new roof vents. I'm planning to take some tile down so I can make some space for the installers. I'm gonna prep it, and then I'm gonna bring some installers to help me. Like in 2 days. Today I'm waiting for the inspector to come and inspect my roof. That's why I'm only putting half of it. Oh, by the way, right here there's a gap. Okay, there's a gap of about 1 inch. Let me show you. Okay, this is a peel and stick underlayment. Okay, peels and seals. See, there's a gap right here, about 1 inch. So they usually mount the burst up on top of this thing, but in case somebody managed to run underneath the tile, underneath the felt, and it's gonna run right here on the edge, but it's gonna look ugly. So that's why I used the 1 layer of self-adhere membrane along the edge of the roof, on top of the edge metal. So this self-adhere is gonna seal between the burst up and the burst up in the edge metal. Okay, so I'll take another video later, and hopefully I can guide you through the steps. If you wanna do your own tile, this is the way you can do it. This thing right here is gonna seal the edge metal on the critical part, which is the drip edge. Okay, then I'm gonna tuck it underneath the tile pan. The existing tile pan looks good, it's just dirty. I was gonna replace it for a new one, but there's no reason to. This is a 24 gauge. The one that I have is 26, so this is a lot thicker. The only problem is the guys that used 1 layer of 30-pound felt. A lot of people are obsessed with 40-pound. Yeah, I like it, but the problem is it's too slippery. It has a lot of sand. It's too slippery. So, and since you have a lot of sand on it, you create a lot of buckles on it. It doesn't have any grip. I've seen some guys, they do like tile roof. They install a 40-pound, and they use the, and when they try to install the tile, you know, they're slipping down, so they rip the paper. They didn't put enough nails. They create a lot of buckles, and it looks ugly. So to me, 30-pound does the work. 2 layers, no problem. But if you want to use 40-pound, it's up to you. It's your problem. I will use it only if I require by inspection, but I don't really like it because it's too sandy, too slippery. I overlap the full roll on top of the half roll of peeling stick. See, like over there, I'm going to start with the full roll. Same here. And now I'm going to overlap another full roll on top of the half a roll of this. A little example that how to do it. Make sure you always have double layer, okay? See, this one overlaps on the half of the roll on the bottom one. This one too. This one too. This always lay it underneath the existing. Okay, so always make sure you have 2 layers, always. You start with half, you overlap the full roll, then you overlap on top of the full roll halfway, and then half of the way the other one, it goes up like that, okay? And also, if you're using the existing metal right here on the wall, to prevent any water to go inside there, you're gonna have to put roof cement underneath and then put some nails to hold it down, okay? That's the way we do it. Okay, and this little lip they left over here is to divert the water away from the wall. Okay, so this is a water diverter. This one, you fix it like this, see, and sends the water away from the wall. See, by experience, the roof always leaks on the walls, because that's the most critical places where you got the wall connection. So every time that you have a water leak, you're gonna have it on the wall or underneath the metals. Water runs underneath, so this thing is gonna seal any water penetration in there, okay? And then later I'll show you how to keep it tight. This is how you keep the metal down. Put some 80 nails and then fold them over. Let's say you put them close to the edge right here. I'm gonna try to do it one hand, okay? I'm sorry because I'm holding the camera with the other one. Shit, I'm not too good. So you got it in place. You go slowly, and then you fold it over. Okay. The nail's gonna keep the metal down. Okay. And it's gonna prevent any water to go that way. So when water runs against the wall, it's gonna exit right there. Notice how I filled up the tile paint underneath with roof cement, and now I'm gonna put I'm gonna install the nails to hold it down in place. Right here, I'm missing the bottom part of the bottom part of the flashing. I'm gonna put another flashing underneath this thing, or maybe I'm gonna put mastic on the flashing, and then on top I'm gonna put the aluminum flashing that goes here. Usually when installing tile, you're supposed to put a base flashing and also the aluminum flashing on top. So this is what I'm gonna do here. Okay, one more time. This is the idea. See, I started with half of the peeling stick, so I don't have to use half of the 30-pound felt. But then overlap my full roll on top of the peeling stick. Then overlap another full roll on top of the half of the full roll. You see, I'm taking half, so I always got 2 layers all the way to no matter what. Always make sure you have 2 layers. Okay. When you get to the top, you're gonna have to cut one full roll in half, and then just tuck it underneath. Right. So that's the main idea, guys. Okay. Please don't cut corners. Sayonara. Now I'm gonna keep on rolling these things. After here, you just kick it with your foot, okay? With your foot like this to the end, and then right here, use your hammer to reach to the end, okay? So that way you don't fall off the roof. Then you stretch it. You see it? You can stretch. Now nail it. Okay, guys. Shit, moving, papering, moving. Moving the valley flashing that was here. It was custom made, but it doesn't work anymore. You see how the water managed to go underneath, and it's all wet over here. So I don't recommend valleys with metal. See how the water sinks underneath? You need a waterproofing membrane. You see it? The water causes damage. You run behind the metal and then damage the felt. That's why the guy, he had a water leak and couldn't never stop it. Somebody came and did a repair and put this fucking ugly metal on top of this, thinking that the water was coming here, but it was sinking from that area. So I'm gonna do it differently, okay? For these areas, I think it's better to put like a like a build-up system, like a torch down, hot mop, cold up, or even peeling stick. This time I'm gonna use peeling stick. Now I'm gonna install one layer of the sulfur there, mid-ply. It's gonna go underneath, and then on top of that, it's gonna get the granulated cap sheet. Okay, this one to go together, and that's gonna do the work. Instead of having a metal that's gonna rust over years, so it's better to put something that's modified. Okay. Before you mount the next sheet on top, make sure that you put some roof cement. Para arriba también, encima del papel, no hay pedo. Okay, that's gonna prevent any water sagging if the laps could become apart. So, and then you peel this one and put some nails on it to prevent any slipping. And now you're gonna fold this part out. Sáquenlo. Watch this. You're gonna take it out after you have it in place. Jálale, primo. And then you're gonna peel it off. And then you're gonna fold it back in place. Put it back in place. No te vas a... Like this. You're gonna go slowly with your hands. Rub it. Make sure it sticks. Make sure you have no cuts. Don't make any cuts on this. Try to just fold it. Mira, Chapín, hazle un corte ahí y le echas mastic. You're gonna make a cut over there, but you're gonna patch it with mastic, okay? Roof cement. No, mira, Chapín. En la pared donde está pidiendo Chapín. As you see, I got mastic underneath. I'm just gonna do a wrap again. It's called wrap. It's gonna wrap around. This. Then right here. Make another cut like this. Okay. And that's gonna do it. Ya, Chapín, quedó perrón. Right, and then I'm gonna finish this this towel pen to wrap around here, and then I'm going to overlap the cap sheet on top of the towel pen. Make sure that your towel pen overlaps at least 4 inches on top of the bottom part, and then right here I'm gonna do the same thing. A wrap cut. So I'm gonna cut it, wrap it around, put some primer, and then mount the cap sheet on top. And that's it, simple. And then use some asphalt primer to bond the metal and the cap sheet. What's the mastic? And then this thing is gonna wrap around. There's a coat underneath the cap sheet with roof cement, and then I put another 3/4 on top of it in the corner just to make sure there's no water's gonna get in there. Okay, right here underneath, you're gonna get a nail or nail it ahead and then put some nails all the way to the top, like this. Okay, you gotta make sure that this thing is not gonna come down. Okay, like this. And this is your self-adhere underlayment. You peel it and you overlap it on top of the torch, okay? A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to put 240 pounds. So in case the water runs underneath the valley, it's going to end up on the peeling stick. And now you see there's one layer that goes on top of the torch. It goes on the wall and it overlaps on the torch like this. See it? And now I put another layer right here to overlap this. So everything underneath the felt, it's waterproof. The felt is just to lay the tiles on the field. But this is the most important, the most critical part. See this peeling stick underneath the valleys. So don't get fooled by people telling you, oh, I'm going to put 2 layers of 40 pound or put 2 layers of 30 pound. Tell them, well, what are you going to use in the valleys? I mean, how are you going to waterproof my critical parts, you know, my most areas where it's gonna leak. That's where you're gonna have the problems. You're not gonna have problems on the field, or if you have a broken tile, but always you're gonna have your problems. Valleys, around fireplaces, stuff stuff like this. So make sure they know how to waterproof it. You see it like that over here. This is how I do this detail. This fish is in like a 45 angle, so put a towel pin to send the water this way, and then I make this pan right here, handmade. So it's gonna send the water this way, and it's gonna sit on top of the towel pin. Bicho! So guys, this is a completed job. I installed the same tiles. I just replaced the underlayment with 2 layers of felt, 30-pound felt. What I did different, I used rib valleys, 2 layers of felt, self-adhere underlayment under my under the valleys, walls, flashings, fireplaces, and also added some new O'Hagan vents. O'Hagan vents, they come in different shapes, for S-style, for flat tile, for low profile S-style, and like this. And they look like tile when you look from far away. Instead of having those ugly ones, dormers like the House of Cross, you see they reset the tile. It looks like they reset the tile, but they use the same tile. I mean the same dormers. So I don't know. I didn't like them, so I put new 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I put 7 dormers, 8 dormers up here. 8 O'Hagan vents. I'm sorry, O'Hagan vents. And then I installed 2 in the back, two on the bottom, because before somebody did the addition on the bottom, but he didn't install anyone, so I installed that one over there, and then I installed another one on the other side. So as a roofer, you have to look where the house needs to be ventilated. Okay, and this is the valley cut, and this is the old tile, but it's been reset. So that's why you see some tiles are dirtier than other ones. It's because they're not in the same exact position. So this guy, my guys, they wanted to leave like an open valley. And right here, I don't know if I show you the video, but I removed the metal flange that I had over there, and then I installed a new new self-adhere, 2-ply self-adhere roofing membrane. Painted the flashings like a dark color because the tile is old, so I cannot paint them red, otherwise it's not gonna match. I guess I left a piece of metal up here. Anyway, I'm done.